mathematics is a very interactive process. We deal with ideas. Ideas are very fluid. They move very quickly. You can think much faster than you can write or speak. Ideas are like visions, pictures which appear before the eyes. And if you're talking with a fellow mathematician, you can exchange ideas at an incredible rate. It's like very, very fast moving. It's always coming and going. So it's much faster, much more penetrating, much deeper than the written word. The written word is or the spoken word, are very primitive forms of communication. The human brain thinks much more creatively than it does by spoken words. So mathematics operates, its creative part operates essentially at that level, the level of exchanges of ideas, exploring ideas, and exploration is the essence of the subject. I like to think of myself like an explorer, going to find some unknown territory, trying to find some new mountain pass or some new valley. You don't know what to expect. You don't know which is the top of the mountain. You don't know which is the best route. You try. You explore this, you explore that, and you make mistakes. You go back to the beginning and start again. You try to find out from somebody else the best route. So it's very much an exploration, and all science, all art is exploration. We try to explore the natural world. We try to explore the inner world, our brains, get visions from there which reflect the outer world, but are different. Mathematician is like an artist who paints. He doesn't paint what is there. He paints what he sees. What he sees and what he thinks that he sees is an internal vision that corresponds in some way to the reality outside, but not necessarily like a photograph. It is not a black and white reproduction. It is some interpretation of what he sees. And the same is with mathematics. We interpret the world according to our patterns, our structures, the things which we believe are beautiful and fundamental. And this, we try to build up a cohort of ideas, theories, which hang together like a beautiful architectural structure. And we develop it in detail, and we develop it in outline. And we alter it as we go along through life. We change our interests, like an architect may start off early life building some kind of small structures, and then later on he builds large palaces or big monuments. So mathematicians can change their field, they change their style, and I started off life as a geometer, I became a topologist, I became an analyst, and later life I became a physicist. And in all these fields you try to use your same fundamental intuition, imagination, and also of course logical thinking, but logical thinking is the framework in which your vision is allowed to develop its full maturity. It's not logic is not the creative process, it's the structure within which things have to sit. And many people misunderstand mathematics, think of it as a branch of mathematical logic. It's not. It's much more like creative arts, it's much more like science. It's open-ended, it's exploratory, it develops, and it is part of the human life story. We create these things. Mathematics is created from life, from our experiences, but it is imbued with the human spirit. It is a reflection of what people are, what they think, what they vision, what they dream. So it's a continuous process of interaction between the individual and the outside world. Hermann Weyl, the great German mathematician, once said that in his life he always searched for truth and beauty. When in doubt, choose beauty. And the explanation is that truth is something which we search for, but never reach. We only have partial steps towards it, whereas beauty is something immediate and personal. When you see something beautiful, you know it's beautiful. It's certain. And beauty is what shines the light that guides us in the right direction, and we hope by pursuing down that road we finally get to our objective. But you never reach the end. Life, like mathematics, is a search that goes on till the very last stage, and we will disappear long before we get to the end of the road.